Hey guys, welcome to the stream. My name's Lucky Bear, and we're gonna try our best to not lose at Magic today. In between my dog barking a bunch. Callie! Hey! Hey! What? It's just a guy! He's just doing work stuff. My dog's afraid of men that are not me. Sally! Come here, girl. Okay. So during this stream, we're going to do our best to kind of learn to be a better Magic player. Okay, so this one's an interesting pull. Mono red, it's got the perfect opener so far. Turn 1, turn 2 doesn't get better. So now it's tapped. I'm happy to leave it tapped. I wonder if we chart a course. It gives us 2 versus Curious Obsession, which gives us 1. And we really need a land drop. I think we do go in. 2. Chart a course. No lands. This is looking like a bad game. I'm pretty sure I could hit concede right now, but we'll give it 2 more turns. And we'll note if we win or not. So the big thing that I'm trying to work on right now is learning to know when I should get out of the game. And these best of ones, I'm trying to play as many games as I can, as quickly as I can. And so that naturally wants to play some kind of aggro or tempo deck. If you play control, you might win a lot, but you're playing so slow, whereas I'm getting like 10 games in, these aggro mono reds are getting in maybe 12 or 15. And Esper Control might win their 3 games, but those 3 games took that same hour. This is not looking good. The best turn 2 into essentially the best turn 3. No, this is a better turn 3. Okay. So we could take control of a 1 cost. We could Curious Obsession to try and draw. And I'm pretty sure we lose no matter what. This one goes, this one stays. I don't know what card could possibly save us. It's not that. Yeah, concede. So, what I've learned from mono red, playing against it, playing it, is if you get the perfect 1-2 drops, basically, you're in a really good shape to win the game. The only way that someone beats mono red at that point is if you have a control spell to beat it. Hey pup, you need to be chill. You guys wanna... Here, make you up. And then we're gonna... What up there? Oh. Alright, sweetheart. This is a good hand. If I had draw, I don't have draw, so I'm gonna get rid of it. A little bit better, because I can play turn 1, turn 2. We'll play it. Curious Obsession is the exact card we want, so that's nice. Mono blue. Surveil. Blue. Interesting choice. As long as it has a counter, 3 or more one counters, it can attack as though it had Defender. So he could block, but I don't think he will. I think he'll give it to me because he wants to surveil. It's gonna be needling. This is gonna be pretty spooky pretty quickly. Flying Menace that gets counters. Okay, so that one needs to be a 5/5 before it becomes really scary. Deputy here. Take out the Menace blocker. Take my card. Alright, that's a good card to get. So this deck runs one copy of F. Plane blockers are incredibly powerful with this deck. The idea is that you're running out of steam as tempo. You're just trying to reset them, put them back to 0 each turn. So I played a card and canceled his card, so he's already at a net neutral. And then anything he can do besides this is going to be good. Curious Obsession goes away. He surveils, that's fine. He still can't attack. In 2 turns, if I can draw some lands, I'll be able to pick up Tef. Ooh, that's a good card. So Lazab is actually a really rare card you don't see too much played. This deck he's playing is not meta. You do see it, but it really doesn't come up that often. So no blocks, I take 6. I'm just gonna lose here, I think. I don't have... I can chump this guy. I absolutely have to draw. I'd rather chart. What you're seeing is him curve out. Anytime you get reduced to hands where you're playing something every turn, it's just really good. By attacking, it lets me trigger chart, so I get 2 cards. And he can block this damage, it's not a big deal. Okay. So now we absolutely must have a jump. We're getting too close to dying. Do we get 2 jumps? I think we play 2 jumps. No, because that counters. We'll leave 1 blue up to sacrifice in case he plays something big against me. Hostage sticker is a really good one. So, I mean, this is the exact reason we did this. But just now he's attacking with 8. Yeah, I just lose. His deck's pretty good. Hostage Taker is a good card. His deck has good cards except for Night Bill. This is kind of a bad card. But he's using it to trigger these abilities. I just concede here. So much of this white-blue tempo is all about getting those immediate cards. When your opponents get it and you don't, you lose. It does really well when it's going even, or if it's playing ahead. But once it gets behind, it's really slow, because you really want to get pumping on a lot of your characters. So some 2 drops, some 3 drops, no 1 drop. I'm gonna mulligan. And opponent goes first, so I'm drawing. God, this is an awful hand too. Awful. Interest tapped. Can we play Steam? Next is Esper or Good Man. We're really hoping we draw a black source, so they do non-land card from it. So I would guess Judy or Zur. Zur would be the correct choice, I think. Because Zur is the card I can play. As Mokies, I'm wondering if we're on the same line of thinking. I think this one is the right play. I have two of those. I don't even have a black source yet. And he knows it. I think that was a bad pick. And this, we're going haste. And we're going in. Alright, so Steamkin's all charged up. We want to try to get use of that mana. Hopefully we draw a black source and we can start shooting it up. Mortify. And we just float it. I mean, it doesn't do anything, but technically that's the right thing. Judy's online. And 5. He's got one turn to stop me. And he doesn't have the mana for it. I guess he could have, what is it? No, because Cry Primarian's 4. So like that deck, that was a 1, maybe 2 minute game. That's what you're looking for to climb. You're looking for speed. A decent deck with speed games. If you're looking to push a very strategic way up, like let's say you're on the upper echelons, you're winning against hard players that are well-fought games with good decks, you might want to consider best of threes at that point, because you might be able to create a deck or in that deck and play something that can have a higher win percentage at the cost of less games per hour. Also, you play whatever you want to enjoy the game. That's kind of the point, right? So here's not a bad hand. We'll keep it. Getting 3 land on a start is kind of tough. I think we play Overgrown. So we want to play this. I don't know, I think we want to play Steamkin, so we do this. Yeah. So he's tapped. I don't want to play Steamkin anymore. We're going to put a 1/1 counter on him. So that's 2 mana, 3/3, which is pretty good. Stops a lot of his stuff. He can strike me, which would be fine. It's a 1-for-1 card with some burn being on. Okay, my face gets hit, yep. And that's his turn. You can't buff Steamkin yet, and I'm pretty sure he's just going to kill it if we do. So we're going to go for, I think, Judy? Or Experimental Frenzy. Speed of Horrors could also be good. So let's do that one. He's not going to be attacking into my Goblin yet. So Theater of Horrors, it exiles the top card on my upkeep, and I can play that card if I deal damage. So it's kind of got the spectacle effect without actually having the keyword in there. So the idea is that it cures cards, and eventually, once I start hitting the opponent, I can play an additional 5 or 6 cards. It thins your decks out, gives you options. It's just a good card. So if we could deal damage to him, that would be ideal. If I attack in right now, he's probably going to block with Vishnu and sacrifice the Firebrand or just deal damage with him. I think we play Vraska, but Experimental Frenzy could also be good. I think Vraska's the way to go, so we can destroy a Gutter Snipes.
It's time to step out of the shadows.
So this is a 4-mana removal with a chance to do more stuff, but really it's just a hate drawer. Like, this is not a threatening card at this point. Once I've used this ability, I'm hurting my own board state in order to do stuff. And maybe that's useful if I'm out of steam, but most likely he'll feel some amount of threat to have to handle Vraska that he really shouldn't. Like, this is not a move he should have made. Okay, so we got Firebrand in there. Acrobat's really good, because it's a 2-3. If I can deal damage, I can play Root Round, which lets me get my land off for turn. Judy's good enough to just block with, to be honest, so maybe I attack with Judy and get him a land. I do this. I can play this. I can play this. And then we tap out with Acrobat. In turn. So because I can just sacrifice this by tapping it, it's instant, and I can just get rid of his Pyromancer whenever I want. Yeah, sure. You can put my Steam Pin. Not really worried about that. You can't attack because Acrobat's such a good card. Now he has dealt damage to me, so he could play Spectacle cards, which I completely expect him to have some in there. It's letting him play fast, low mana cost for a cosmic card that does a good thing. If he can stabilize, he has a chance. What he doesn't know is I have Experimental Frenzy, which is going to be a massive card for me. Let's go Judy. And send him the monkey. He's welcome to block the monkey. He doesn't, so I get my land. The question is, do I pay to? I don't think so. So it's just tapped. And then I hit in turn. I'm getting a little low. He could have lethal here. It's going to be risky. I don't gain life anywhere. Okay. So now he's got Spectacle running. He just doesn't have enough. So here, I'm going to sacrifice this guy. Actually, yeah. We'll do it here. Boop. So that's 2 damage. Better Snipe's gone. 6 health is much more safe. Something around would be a nice card to play, but I can just tapped. I'm willing to trade off Judy. I'm pretty sure he should have hit concede 2 turns ago. And that's the bit I want to be able to try and identify. I want to know that, like, at this point I'm out, I can save myself a couple minutes. If I save myself a couple minutes on every loss I have, it's going to save me an enormous amount of time, let me climb faster. Force, whoa. That's expensive as shit. At the beginning of each upgrade, create a 1 sapling token. Oh, and that's a creature too, so it's kind of cool. It's -1 cost. Oh yeah. Pretty bad card. It's a cool card, but bad. Bad. Okay, so here we got all of our colors we need. It's a shame we don't have a turn 1 due to the land, but we have a turn 1, 2. I think we're mulligan. I really like Spawn of Mayhem though. We have 1 black. We can always play heck with that on turn 2, which should be nice. Keep it Olden. 32 life. Summoning a monkey. Monkey goes in for 1. Bam. Then Craig. Sacrifice the monkey. Summon Acrobat with Spectacle cost. Now 2/3. He could strike me. And if he strikes me down, we'll go 1 for 1. Okay, we're really getting close to being online, but we gotta get some chumpiness, I think. Next, no attacks, enter. Zotal, roll, and wild. Right. Some card. Yeah, we're gonna block. And then we're going to sacrifice that. So I'm on the border of taking a lot of damage, which I'm not sure I want to do, or I could play Mayhem. Mayhem lets me play Light Up the Stage and Rhythm the next turn. And it's a 4/4, so it stops the block. I think this is the right move. Lava Coil. That's just harsh. Cinder Vines. Never an opponent casts a non-creature spell. Good news for me. 2 life. 5. And they're just tapped. Okay, and then we're gonna do this. Yeah, pick 1. Wait, what did he... What did he do? Sacrifice Cinder Vines, 1 mana, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Alright. So the goal is to play around a Lava Coil and get this guy with the 1/1. But I think I'm just gonna die instead. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna die. Yeah. So he played well. Let's get queued up for the next game. I don't think we need a Meowfly deck. Meowfly. There seems to be an awkward phase between 2, 3 to 4, but I'm not quite sure what to do about that yet. So I'm just going to keep playing a few games to get a better feel for it. Okay, sorry about that. Texting this, well, texting a cutie guy I'm talking to. Blood crits. We can get Tentacle Firebrand off. I can get Acrobat off. I'll just hope I draw a 3rd land, so let's keep this. It's a shame we're not going first right now, but maybe we are going first. I don't really pay attention. Okay, so Blood Crypt. Monkey Man. And in for 1. Next turn is Acrobat, next turn is Spellbreaker, and then figure out from there. Okay, so in we go for 1. Comes in, we play Acrobat. 2 mana, 2, 3. Dragon deck. Interesting. Let's change this thing slightly. I really want to play Steamkins, but I think getting the Spellbreaker out with haste is better. So he could block and shock, then it trades 2 cards for 1 of mine, which is ineffective. In turn. So turn 4, what am I going to do? I have 3 mana right now. Sarkhan's going to be annoying. I'll get rid of him.
He told me I would find you.
Don't
Don't doubt my methods.
Okay, Sarkhan. My turn. Okay. Do I want to pay 2 life? So 4 mana, what am I going to do? Play out with Steamkins? I could also skewer the critics with Monkey. To get rid of Sarkhan, which is probably the best call because his deck is looking pretty fat. I don't think I have much to do with fat cards. Okay. 50 life. This goes here. Next. So he blocks. No, let's keep him back. So he's at a fork now. Either loses his card or the guy takes enough damage to be lethal. So he'll do that, yep. And we'll buff this guy up.
A challenge!
And then we'll skewer. Cancel. Spectacle. Waltz and watch.
The dragon does not lose!
Okay. So dragon cards are generally 5 cost. He has 5. Demanding dragon, what do we sacrifice? Fanatical Firebrand, for sure. Yep. Yep. I think I take 5? I don't know. Here. No more monkeys in me. Okay. Roll deals 1 damage to target creature defending player controls. So, it's a 3/3, so that's not too concerning. Guys, my turn. Steam coming in. So we don't want it to attack, so we want it to trade. Well, it resolves. I think I should have pasted. I think he should have pasted. All attack. Good game. See, the fact that he surrendered right there. I mean, he was gonna lose no matter what that turn. He should have identified that. That was a short clip. I think I'll stop streaming for it a little bit and just kind of relax. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned as much as I did. Turns out, when you're trying to learn to concede, maybe playing your best deck isn't the right way. Anyway, glad we got a few pips. Take care. Subscribe, like the channel, all that jazz, you know? Tell your friends, your family, co-workers, people you don't know on the street, cardboard signs, let them know about my channel. Have a good one.